Hello everyone, DCI Agent here, and welcome to our first look at Dark Deity. It's an indie turn-based strategy game, which, may look to some of you like certain other turn-based strategy games. I'm going to select our difficulty here. I'm going to just go with the default mode, Hero. It is said that in the Age of Dissension, the gods walked among mortals, and mortals among the gods. That a great empire spread itself thin across the known world, conquering land after land with superior technology and magic. That the people of Terraza came together in peace. And these text scrolling is really fast. I'm gonna put that away. Little is left from that time, swept away in a deadly cataclysm known as the Calamity. Thousands of years later, all that remains of life before the Calamity are ancient temples to the gods, and the divine artifacts contained therein. It is the year 1105 in the imperial calendar. The kingdom of Delia lies in the heart of Etlin, a nation that has long thrived off of continental trade and lush farmlands. Yeah, here it is in the middle of the map. I don't have a cursor right now. Though peace had reigned for over 25 years, Delia's king now set his eyes on an enemy of his own construction. King Varric Valdestar assumed the throne a decade ago, on a day his father, Vasil, was assassinated by unknown parties. To this day, Varric is convinced that the assassins were sent by the Aramoran royal family. To this day, it remains unproven. Following a minor border dispute that normally would reach resolution painlessly, King Varric resolved to attain his revenge. After sending a covert Delian force to burn the Aramoran city of Olaris to the ground, Varric and his thirst for revenge have plunged his kingdom into a war it is ill prepared for. Pressed for more troops, King Varric must make hard decisions. He looks now to Brookstead, the site of Delia's most prestigious officer academy. Each year, its graduating class bolsters Delia's forces, a pact and tradition that has lasted a millennium. The young king believes the solution to his troop issues lies in a new path. He intends to recruit not only the graduate year, but every student currently enrolled. In quiet Brookstead, students have worked hard all year to stand out amongst their peers, and now they're about to be turned into child soldiers. The academy trials provide an opportunity to advance in the class rank, or fall behind. For many, it is the most important day of the year. Though the trials can be stressful, many agree that a life of training with such clear goals is simple, enjoyable even. Come tomorrow, they will find that life may never be so simple again. Chapter 1, Journey Afoot. Okay. What do you think Gallon's got brewed up for the trials this year? Whatever it is, I'm sure it's tailored to make our lives difficult. You think he'd do that just to punish us for choosing Alden? I was up at the crack of dawn hearing, so no son of mine should jeopardize our mission for sentiment. Well, you couldn't pick Marin without Alden. That was the deal. I think he just can't stomach the thought that his pride and joy might fail. His pride and joy is standing right in front of me. Either way, I'm right. Besides, Alden is talented, even if your father doesn't see it. Why don't you try convincing the Swords Master that a 14-year-old who can't lift a training staff can best an 18-year-old graduate? There's a reason he doesn't teach conjuring. Your dad wouldn't trust a mage as far as he could throw him. Now that you mention it, I wonder how far he actually could throw Alden. I'd wager he could put a good toss in the tyke.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. How are you boys feeling about the big day?
I'm confident we'll pass. We certainly put in the training.
Of course we'll pass. But I want to break Sterling's record.
Cool the forwards there, little man.
But I'm on the best team of any first year. I think what Alden is trying to say is that he really appreciates being on the team.
Good. Now I'm gonna need you to focus that appreciation, Alden. There's a lot at stake for your sister.
Right. If we win, I won't have anything to worry about when Marin leaves for the army, because I'll know she's ready.
Well, there goes the mood. Promise you'll focus today and give it everything you got, okay?
Promise.
Let's get going. Can't miss the trial standing around for a chat. If father doesn't kill me, being stuck on a team with Alden might just might. You know the rules. All non-lethal strategies to defeat your opponents are fair game. Defeat the leader of this regiment to complete the trials. You all recognize him. You're prepared for this. Alden, Garrick, stay close behind.
If any of you take hits, I'm ready to patch you up.
Can we go already? Until the trials begin. With such style and grace, I might add. Just dripping with sincerity today, aren't we, Dad? And get this map to load. There we go. Let's see. Scroll with the mouse. Sterling. Delian. This is Warrior, Cleric, Rangers. I got weapons with stats here: power, weight, accuracy, crit chance. Can't get less than 4 stats when leveling, so he gets boosted growth. Cover HP with baked beans. Movement of 5, range of 1 to 2. Back this one. Enter. Pretty nice UI you got here. Garrett. Ah, I dodged. Maybe I should have tried a longbow. And a spicy meatball. I gotta keep the cleric out of range. That's right, grid opacity. Let's turn this down a little bit. And that looks nicer. And blast it. Yeah, nice solid hit. Very nice. Gonna keep Marin close. I haven't really played these kind of games on PC, so I'm kind of just getting used to the control scheme. Arcane missiles. Short sword it is. Damage and its ability to exploit high advantage match. So is that short for mastery or something? Hmm. Leave it right. It's clearing them out nice and easy. It all didn't catch up. Blood orange. Tasty. Okay, he'll be fine. Move everyone up. We're healing. Little brother, certainly you don't think you can take me on. Sterling, you're going down. As soon as I can make my way over there. Now level up. Okay, how's our matchup looking? But then there's a chance this guy's gonna gang up on him. And what can he do against me? It's not like they can hit me that hard. Maybe heal first? But that was easy. One tier 1 token. Alright, pretty good. So, the art in this game is pretty nice. And the little pixel sprites look nice too. There's some cool animations going with the attacks. And let this text box catch up. Not bad, little brother. You and your friends put up quite a fight. I'm glad to hear it. By Vosh, you've all grown. That was quite the thrill. Thrill indeed. Surprise, father? Congratulations, son. All of you should be very proud of what you've accomplished today. You especially, Marin.
Thank you, Master Gowan.
And, now that you've had your thrill, Commander, I believe some kind of explanation is in order. Of course. As I promised. Brother, friends, if you'll excuse us. Forgive me if I've hardened in my years, Sterling. I don't expect this is a nostalgic visit. Unfortunately not, sir. You were never one to live in the past. Always onwards and upwards. Tell me, how goes the war effort? At the moment, our prospects are grim. In fact, that's what brings me here. I see. Done the size up our latest graduates? Not quite. The king plans to recruit the entire academy. Naturally. There's no finer school to supply your ranks, so I hope to see the wars end well before your youngest graduate. Actually, I'm afraid he wants them now, sir. All of them. Is that so? Well, I didn't think he had the gall. Tell me, Commander, what plans does our king have in mind for the initiative? Perhaps 4 together could load a catapult? I wish I could say. Always a man of duty. The king is forced to sever the pact. His father would not have heard of it. Jose was a good man. With all due respect, sir, what better way to avenge his father than to join the ranks of those bringing justice to Aramor? Guard your suspicions, Commander, and do not speak so eagerly of war. If the king wishes it, he shall have his soldiers. I only hope you, of all people, understand the gravity of his decision. All too well. There's no Geneva Convention in whatever fantasy world this is. Chapter 2. Desperate Defense. This graduating class is one of the finest cohorts I've had the pleasure of teaching in my decade as headmaster. At every opportunity, you have shown the resolve and dedication that allows Brookstead to endure, and I have every confidence that the classes to follow would do the same. I regret that I must conclude this graduation ceremony with grim news. We receive orders from the King Varric himself. Every student enrolled at Brookstead Academy is to be conscripted into the Endelian army, effective immediately. I understand that for most of you, graduation felt a lifetime away. I stood where you did once. I know how you must feel. At the conclusion of this speech, you will all be graduates of Brookstead Academy. Outside these walls, you will be expected to exemplify our honor and our code. Life takes much from us, yet Brookstead still stands. You have each other to lean on, and I cannot stress enough how important it will be to do so. I'm told you have 3 hours to prepare. Let Terrazel know that there's nothing that can stain the legacy of our town. Not quite the homecoming you imagined, I take it. How could the king do this? Easily, it would seem. He cares not for a convention, regardless of its legacy or importance. It seems he'll stop at nothing to avenge his father. Where are my manners? Allow me to introduce Lincoln and Bianca. They are to lead us up this conscription tour, as well as good friends.
Nice to meet you. Sterling told us a lot about all of you.
I thought you occupied the highest military rank in Delia. Why wouldn't you be heading the operation? I must return to Sojourn. I only came because if the king had sent anyone else, Galen might have beheaded them.
You didn't come to see us?
It's wonderful to see you, but I'm not afforded such luxuries in wartime. You leaving then? I'm afraid so. I'll see you when you arrive in Sojourn. I can make excuses there to take a few hours off. Ill news aside, I'm glad you came. I can't put into words how much even this law trip meant to me. I really should be going. But you can trust Bianca and Lincoln with anything. And Irving, be sure to see your mother before you go. I will. See you in Sojourn.
Irving, I'm glad you're home. How'd the trials go?
He did quite well. Sterling was there, actually.
Was he? And too busy to stop by and say hello to his mother, I imagine?
In fairness, he wasn't here for long, and not with great news either. Mother,
Oh, I know. Ferris recruited the academy.
How did you find out already?
Word spreads fast in a place like this. I heard it from the town crier on the way back from the market.
Well, then I guess I'll be leaving.
Irving. I've already given one of my sons to Varric's war. Is it ever enough?
We knew this day would come when I entered the academy.
Of course, but not so soon. Well, I suppose it's never easy. You must take care of yourself on the road, and your friends.
I'll be fine, Mother. With all the efforts the King's putting into the war, it'll be over before you know it, and I'll be right back in Brookstead.
War is really so simple in my experience, but I hope you're right. I'll miss you terribly, you know.
I know. I'll miss you too. Well, I'll grab my things.
Right. Before you go, let me prepare some provisions for you. I'll leave them on the kitchen table. Oh, and don't forget your running shoes.
Mom. After passing the Brookstead trials, a day of celebration becomes one of separation for many. I'm expected to graduate in due time. The Academy students now must quickly say goodbye to their families. Sterling heads back to Sojourn, leaving the contingent in the care of Lincoln and Bianca. The contingent heads for Duskwater, a backwater town to the southeast. Lincoln hopes to fill the rest of their recruiting quota there. Good man. Your service to the crown will bring your family honor. Now, it would seem our charter requires 2 more brave souls. Come, good people. Your king has called. Who will answer? I've got 4 mouths to feed. It's not old enough to look after the farm.
My leg's not what it used to be. So I suppose I have a few good years left in me. Shall I do it, Eli? I'm sure I look good with a big old hammer.
Choose your next words carefully, Zia. You have a good life here. Willing service brings more honor than forced conscription. I pray it doesn't come to that.
Don't know much about honor, but I can smell adventure when I see it. Sign me up, Captain.
And I with her. Fortune favors us today. I thank you both for your courage.
Just one catch. I gotta swing by the tavern and let the matron know I'll be taking a long vacation. I wanted to find out the hard way to choose how her favorite barmaid.
Very well. Irving, take your friends and accompany our newest recruits to the tavern. Bianca and I will finish up here. Secure what provisions you can. You have a long road ahead of us. Yes, sir.
Just gotta grab my things from upstairs. Be done before you can say, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Alright. You prefer to travel light? Excessive equipment is an occupational hazard. Name's Elias, by the way. The 2 of you got a lot of guts to hang up like you did. The 2 of us, right? Try overwhelming bravado and a lack of brains from my impressionable friend. I would never let her do this sort of thing alone. To be honest with you, Elias, it sounds like anyone would have an impossible time trying to stop her. I wish that weren't true. You never met a barmaid so bullheaded. Oh, I think I have. Bandits in the streets! They're headed for the inn! Like a fist, we just left home already in the thick of it. Where's that new recruit?
I said I'd be ready.
Good. Prepare yourselves. Looks like we'll see combat sooner than we thought. We'll have to hold on until Lincoln and Bianca can get to us. A lot of bandits. I take it these 2 are the leaders. They're gonna mostly try to come over here. We're still gonna make sure they don't get ambushed by this side. They slurred. So she's a rogue, can use his daggers. That uses spears and javelins and such. Never trust an inland crab cake. Small independent quick chance. Stabby stabby. Move down here. Okay, we just gotta survive. That's fine. Luckily, these guys aren't too aggro. Hmm. And so I think I should bring these two back. We'll heal. And let it. Yeah, Irving takes point. We'll reduce guys to him. No damage. He's untouchable. I dodged. Okay, how's he gonna do? Should be fine. Move Marin down here. Okay, if I can't defeat him, I'll use the one with the most hit rate. Ouchie. Hmm. Just removes weapon bonuses. Also target in place for 1 turn. Maybe we're gonna thin out these numbers. Just gonna let Irving take care of this. Hmm. Okay, should be fine. Hot bean juice. Is that just coffee? Probably shouldn't try it. He'll see you next. I shouldn't leave Alden exposed. But, what does push do? I just want to see how much damage I could do. Yeah, no, definitely gonna bring him up here. Alright, my first crit. I save the kill for Sia. And we survived. I think I should get Aaron to be more proactive with healing, since I'm guessing that's going to be the only way to level up clerics here. There! By the tavern! I'm glad to see you all in one piece. How'd you fare? Splendidly. You may be surprised to learn that this isn't the first time I've stepped out of a tavern and into a skirmish. Hardly. That was harder than I expected. Yes. No fine academy or drunken brawl can fully prepare one for the perils of battle. Still, I was glad to have our new recruits with us. They both held their own. Based on the charred bandits, I assume one of them is an adept, or else an incredibly skilled mage. But to ship me back to New Delays for purification, would you? That'll spell the end for us both, I'm afraid. Some say it takes one to know one. Huh. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to find a fellow adept in an army. That's where our talents inspired at least the precision I found, as long as you're standing under the right banner. Is there something about adepts in this game? Who are those guys anyway? Were those the Hermorans we're supposed to fight? Huh. Believe me, that would not have ended so quickly or so neatly. Were you up against the forces of Aramor? No, Bandits, more likely.
Huh. We've had troubles with bandits these past few months, but for the last week or so, things have been quiet. Maybe they were gearing up for something big like this.
These bandits you speak of. Do you know where their base of operations is?
Not exactly. I know they used to ambush folks by the northeast crossroads. Had to patch up a couple of travelers up when they came through bleeding like a summer pig.
That isn't an expression, Sia. This is a day's trip north from here, correct?
Just about. You don't look like you move too fast, though, so don't hoist me to the gallows if I'm off by an hour. Thinking, the sun's very low in the sky, and Varric's not one to overlook a delay.
We just recruited the town's best fighters. I won't leave them defenseless at the mercy of some ruffians.
What about the other recruits?
I'll send them on ahead. If they at least make good time to soldiering, Varric might be more understanding. Let's be off. Best you reach their camp before they catch wind of what transpired here. I can tell you one thing. The townsfolk would be glad to get rid of these thugs. Chapter 3. Breaking the Trap. In Duskwater, Lincoln and Bianca find enough willing recruits to fill their requirements. Irving and his friends are sent to escort one of the final recruits, Sia, as she gathers her things. While they wait at the inn, a fierce assault from bandits comes over the town. The four from Brookstead, along with new friends Sia and Elias, hold the bandits off from the inn. Now, they plan to follow the trail, to ambush the bandits on their own ground. This group had been troubling Duskwater for months, and, in Lincoln's eyes, there is no question that something must be done. We'll need to make camp for the night. No sense laying an ambush coming straight from a fight. Couldn't agree more. I have some weapon maintenance I need to take care of as well. Always rushing up to your next errand, Irving. I'm looking forward to ticking back and having a nice rest before we plunge into mortal peril again. I'll catch up with you. It won't take long to get my weapons situated. Irving, I'll be around if you need help. Eric, don't come by my tent to pester me with useless questions. Useless? Just because you don't see the use doesn't mean there isn't one. As a commanding officer, that's exactly what it means. I don't have the patience for it tonight. Oh, alright. I'll go pester Sia or Elias instead. You do that. Okay. So this is where we put through our bonds. So can I just go through all the bonds, as many as I want? Okay, so let's start with go from the bottom up.
This is also strange, Irving. Every time I think back to the last days in Brookstead, it feels like a dream.
I'm a bit surprised to hear you say that. Between the four of us, at least you're expecting to graduate.
Yes, but not like this. I've never seen Master Gannon that distraught before. He's usually so composed, like he's perfectly in control.
That's the nature of war. Bishops, even the powerful, of their control. God knows that best of all. He's the one who taught it to us in the first place.
I think he's learned the lesson again himself.
That may be.
At least I don't have to wait another year for you and Garrett to catch up to me. I know you've been eager to get out there ever since you enrolled. Seems like you're getting your wish.
I'm definitely looking forward to stepping onto the stage and making an actual impact. I spent my entire life up to now in the audience.
It's called having a childhood, Irving.
Well, I guess some people are just born to do certain things. I'm grateful for the chance to live out my calling.
I know you'll make the Academy proud. And your family. Though I admit, your brothers set the bar pretty high.
All the more reason not to take my eyes off it for a moment.
Ambition has its place, don't forget. It doesn't hurt to take a look at your surroundings now and then.
as long as it doesn't slow me down.
I think you could afford to slow down a little.
By my standards, I'm still not moving fast enough.
Oh well, maybe you'll understand what I mean someday.
When I'm your age, perhaps? So in about a year?
You might be surprised, Irving. A lot can happen in a year.
See, Garrick? I did tell you we passed our trials. And with flying colors, too. Though I don't remember you mentioning anything about skipping the raid. You and your father was surprised by that. That will take some adjusting for him. Relinquishing control over his little corner of the world. Well, don't think our early graduation excuses your debts. You still owe me a meal and a cold drink at King's Cornucopia. I'm generally unsure if you're saying that because you're a man of your word or exceedingly cheap. Are those mutually exclusive? Doesn't seem like it. King's Cornucopia. That place is so garish. Couldn't you have chosen, I don't know, literally anywhere else? You just don't want to see Claudia again. Yes, and I'm sure you find it quite amusing to watch me order a drink with my eyes fixed on my feet. I didn't say that. No, but you were thinking it. Claudia. I suppose she'll be staying behind in Brookstead after all. Business will be down. I do hope she fares alright. Sounds like you're learning to show a little empathy. Rest assured I'm as incapable of that as ever. Garrett, the cold-blooded sharpshooter. I can hardly say it without trembling. That's me. You know, with all the chaos of our hasty recruitment, I'm quite glad we ended up in the same battle group. I'd end up boredom otherwise. Now at least I'll get to die of something more interesting. But not anytime soon if I can help it. Then let's hope you can, my friend. Wouldn't be the first time I've saved your life. Careful now. That's a river that runs both ways. I wasn't aware rivers did that. This one does. We're gonna learn about these characters. You come a long way since I last stumbled into you and Baron in the sparring fields. Well done, Alden.
Thanks. I've been training a lot.
I'm sure you have. There's no shortcut to excellence.
Well, you can always get lucky.
You can just as easily get unlucky. It's better not to rely on luck.
Seems to work alright for Garrick.
He'd have you believe that, but trust me, it doesn't work as well as it seems.
He definitely got lucky getting assigned to Sterling like that.
I'm with you there. That was unexpected.
So he didn't even tell you he was coming?
No, I was completely surprised. It's a shame he couldn't stay with us longer.
Yeah, I can't believe we actually beat him. There should be some kind of war for that.
Well, we had an advantage in numbers, don't forget.
What about all the other challengers?
They were hardly comparable to Sterling.
I guess that's true.
Besides, I'm sure he had to suspend all of his non-lethal tactics. That's probably all he was learning in the army.
So you don't think I could have beaten him?
You mean if we were just the two of you?
Yeah, just us.
I'll never accuse you of setting unambitious goals. With some training, possibly. Perhaps you could have beaten him.
Now keep at it until I'm strong enough to make history myself.
Can't go wrong with that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I bought them already, we just met them. You should be very proud of your patriotism, Sia.
Huh? What do you mean?
You seem quite eager to enlist. That was the same way when I joined the academy.
I'm eager to get out of Duskwater, I can tell you that.
Really? I didn't see anything wrong with it.
And you were there how long?
Maybe a couple of hours.
Yeah, and you're already attacked by bandits.
We were. That happens often, then?
Not usually. When it's not bandits, it's something else. And you know what Duskwater never is?
What's that?
A tourist destination.
I see. With the exception of recruitment tours, of course.
That's right. When a war gets desperate enough, the Crown reaches his hand into Duskwater.
Well, you certainly put it behind you now. But the road ahead promises both change and challenge.
I like a good challenge.
Then you'll be good to have around.
I always am.
You say that now. You made a noble choice to serve your people, Elias. Interesting you should say that. I don't feel as though I had much of a choice at all. Was Lincoln's speech so compelling? No. And no need to tell myself that. But after everything I see her through, I couldn't watch her get thrown to the dogs like the whim of some king. I understand. But yours is a different story, I imagine? Yes. It was a lifelong dream of mine to serve the crown, like my brother before me. I see. Have you been at this for a while, then? Real combat? No, not any longer than you. Oh, that's promising news. I have trained, though, quite extensively, and Lincoln and Bianca are experienced themselves. We're lucky in the best of hands as far as new recruits go. If that's true, that is a comfort. One thing I wouldn't do is intentionally lie to you about something like that, Elias. I'll trust your word on that.
Here we are, Eli. A grand adventure together like I always said we would be.
Maybe I should say his name is Elias. First, your version of always has a rather short definition. Second, this grand adventure came on a whim of yours, like everything else we do.
Okay, let's do what you want to do then if this is such a burden.
Let me think about that. Maybe it would help if we weren't dedicated to a cause from which we might be executed for abandoning.
See? No good ideas ever. That's why I make the decisions on what we do.
I think that's probably a massive oversimplification, but we can roll with it if you want.
Yay, I get what I want.
Was it ever in question?
Of course not. Really, though. If you want to dodge out and make a run for Karma, I'm all in. I don't want to drag you into something you're uncomfortable with.
Give it up, it's fine. Just wish we had discussed it beforehand.
Well, next time I feel like I'm going to make a ridiculously compulsive decision, you think I should ask you first? Give me my emotional touchstone.
Do I think you should ask me first? Do you ever listen to yourself? It's just ridiculous.
So, that's a yes, right?
Yes, of course I think that. Maybe then we wouldn't be stuck fighting an unjust war for a nation we care nothing for.
Hey now, what's the use of we here? I grew up in Dilia.
You grew up in Duskwater. The king of Dilia never gave the slightest rift for you, your family, or your town.
So pardon me for sticking by centuries-old cultural traditions of identifying with the place I live.
Very funny.
Yeah, this could be interesting. So you're the one who knows how to have fun around here, huh?
You could say that. Although count me out if your definition of fun is enlisting into the army on a whim.
Boo!
Really? You can't act like this is the most fun you've ever had.
Who let this guy on stage? Boo!
What do you expect? You pull my arm and I tell a funny joke? I'm trying to relax here.
Well, come here then. I'm gonna pull your arm.
It wasn't an invitation, see ya.
I go places I'm not invited all the time. It's fun.
Yes, that's one thing we have in common. Maybe let's keep it at one, huh?
Alright, spill the beans, mister. Why are you so hesitant to be friends with me?
Have you considered that you're just not as fun as you think you are?
Nope. You're hiding something. And I want to know what it is. Tell me.
Oh jeez. Is that Lincoln telling us we need to get going? A shame. I was really enjoying this conversation.
Put it right there. Tell me.
Does it not bother you that everyone expects us to be friends? I don't want everyone to just think of me as the carefree one.
No, it doesn't bother me. Maybe you should do less worrying about what other people think and more scheming with me on how to liven this retinue up.
I feel like I'm Lincoln to experience emotion. I think it's out of my range.
Oh, we'll get him all right. I have a plan. I will probably find out in the next report.
Hey, little man. Hope you're feeling good about that trial. I think we just might have a set record after all.
You really think so?
It's possible. I'm sure he wouldn't admit it, but from the look on his face, I wager you managed to impress my father, too. That's more than I can say for myself.
Headmaster Gun? Wow.
Yep, Headmaster Gun. Still sounds weird when people say that.
Why? Because he's just dad?
Oh, sure, let's run with that.
Does he act differently at home than he does at the academy?
Yes, quite.
I thought he probably had a soft side.
He's much worse.
Oh.
Nevertheless, we managed to narrowly escape his clutches. Bit of an early graduation for you.
I definitely wasn't expecting that.
Yes, well, life's full of surprises. Good for you to learn that lesson early.
I think Headmaster Gun used to say something like that. Yeah, the one who is always prepared is never taken by surprise.
Guys, I hope I'm not starting to sound like him. That is a rather convincing gun impression, though, Eldon. Terrifyingly so, in fact.
Thanks. Oh, then come here. Your hat's falling off.
Ugh, just leave it alone.
There, that's better.
Happy now?
Don't be rude. Are you hungry? Did you pack enough beans?
I'm fine, Marin, really. So fussy sometimes.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just that all this must be so new for you.
Training for this was the whole point of the academy.
But you were supposed to have 3 more years to do it. Oh, I'm sure you miss your friends terribly.
They were all recruited too.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about that.
At least this way we get to stay together.
Very true. I was worried what you might get up to without me stopping you from setting all the buildings aflame.
Marin, you're doing it again.
Sorry. I just worry about you, Alden. We're facing all kinds of new dangers every day. Which reminds me, stay close to me in battle, alright? If anything goes wrong, I can heal you. But if you go too far, I can't guarantee you'll be safe. Alden, did you hear what I said?
Yes, Marin, stay close to you in battle.
Alright, good. Eric, hello. Everything's been happening so fast. I don't think I've had the chance to thank you for helping me with my trials.
No need. It was a privilege to see things through to the end for you.
Not just for me, for all of us. And not even really the end. Just the start of a new beginning. That's why they call it commencement.
I was wondering about that. No, I never gave it a second thought.
Oh, Garrick.
I'm sure you're a bit anxious about Alden. He's quite young after all.
And that's not even the half of it. At least he'll be close where I can keep an eye on him.
He'll be in good hands then. And if his performance at your trial was any indication, he definitely shows promise.
He's very gifted, that's for sure. He just needs some direction.
Well, you usually provide that whether your recipients want it or not.
Am I really that bossy?
Not with most people, no.
Just with you?
A bit, perhaps.
Yeah, well, maybe you could use it. Ever get that a second thought?
Can't say that I have. Guga steak, permanent plus 5 HP. Hmm. Okay, got 2400 gold. Avocado toast. Permanent plus 2 magic. And yeah, it is coffee. we upgrade our weapons now, or... I think advance means progress. I don't want to click that yet. Upgrades. This is where we use our tier tokens for. Should I upgrade something now? I don't know. We're having too much trouble so far. I feel like I should invest in Alvin since he has like boosted stat growth. Maybe I should save it for later. I really don't know. Magic increased by strength. Allies gain 8% power. More experience. Good chance. Healing items. It's still 15% damage. Self heals whenever she heals others. He has a slightly higher chance to crit, while his crits just hit harder, potentially. Mhm. Save. I need to give units more healing items. Okay, we don't need like the best healing yet, since their HP seems to be averaging in the 30s. So like some tubers should be enough. I probably don't want to fill up their inventory too much. Oop. Should put down the convoy until I know what to do with it. There we go. I suppose I could just buy more tokens. Upgrading gets really expensive. I mean, be patient with me, y'all. I'm playing this game blind. I want to do good, but I don't know what that means yet. When it says he has an independent crit rate, how much does that mean exactly? Small independent crit chance. It's probably not much. I guess I have to decide which of these stats I want to focus on. I'm gonna upgrade this crossbow. Yeah, some of those bandits dodged some of his attacks, so maybe I should focus on accuracy for all of them. Yeah, I'll save the rest of that gold for another time.
It's up ahead here. This is it.
Positions, everyone. Let's make short work of these criminals. Just a moment, darling. I'm out of breath.
And you should listen to me instead of stuffing your face full of biscuits at the palace.
It's not the biscuits, dear, I assure you. It's all this gold. Didn't those bankers have spared us an ass or two? Or perhaps a few bodyguards to protect it?
You're much too nicely for that. Besides, the king keeps these roads in good shape for travelers like us.
The travelers like you have any mind to leave in good shape. You best be handing over your valuables, nice and easy. I'd like to take a look at this gold.
Take a look at this slow life.
If it's the fight you want, you'll have it. I reckon the other prisoners could use a bit of company. That was a lot of bandits on that map. Is that what we're gonna have to deal with? Okay. Benny. Is there any way to see what our objective is? Right click. I mean, that's kind of the same as survive for 9 turns, except you gotta be more aggro. Alright, let's get started. You should put these two at the front line. And Lincoln's level 9. Dang, Lincoln. He may be a healer, but he's got this in the bag. Hmm. Ugh. Scarier than Lexus Kebab. Hmm. Shoot. Okay, let Bianca take care of this. Not bad. Probably get these two to catch up in levels. Ah, shoot. Okay, gotta strategize to not get ahead of myself here. Alright, so good. You heal Alden. Heal Bianca. Odds were in your favor. Mm-hmm. Keep her out of range. He's just gonna grow boss her way through this. Irving is so beefy. Or tanky, rather. Nice. Let's go with this. Almost had him, Lincoln. This could be risky. It's fine. Everything is fine. Alright, go for it. Bring down here. Wait. Okay, we'll be done soon. Soften them up first. And better luck next time. Still got level up. Okay, we got almost all of them. Some last minute heals in. What do we do about Sia, though? Can we treat that? Look here. This one seems to have been carrying a map of some kind. Yes. It's got a couple of ambush sites marked, and several paths leading back to a place called Drakenweld Manor. What kind of amateur crime lord lets their henchmen run about with a map of their secret hideout? It's rather crudely drawn. I wouldn't be surprised if the bloke made it himself. Well, let's hope he was a better cartographer than the bandit. Tell me, Elias, do you know anything of this place? Not specifically. The Drakenweld family was once quite influential in Duskwater, and partly responsible for its founding as a mining town. It's just over the hill there.
What happened to them?
It always does. One bad air and a whole lot of empty coffers. If it's truly a noble manor, it will be well fortified. I suggest taking the afternoon to prepare. The cover of night might just be the advantage we need. It's refreshing to be among professionals. Your training serves you well. At least all those drills swiping windows are finally starting to make sense. Speak for yourself. Chapter 4. Treasure Unknown. After successfully ambushing the bandits, the party discovers the location of the bandits' stronghold. They plan to take the night to prepare for a full assault. Drakenweld Manor, a dilapidated noble estate in the forest, has come home to a hive of brigands. Having heard mention of prisoners, the party agrees to make the safety of any captives their top priority. She's still okay for now. Check our bonds. So, what do you make of these kids? The Academy has trained them well, but they lack experience. A little time in the field will make seasoned soldiers out of them. Or seasoned mincemeat. You know, I really wish you wouldn't say things like that. It's not good for morale.
I know. It's just they're all so young.
You were young too when you enlisted.
I like to think I'm still young, thank you very much.
Yes, of course, I only meant.
I know what you meant.
Well, didn't soldiering provide you with a better life?
Sure, but the bar was low.
Not a whole lot of exciting things waiting for an adept in Nulay. Nothing pleasant anyway. I suppose that's true.
Just can't believe Varric would stoop to something like this. He must be seriously desperate.
These are trying times, Bianca. It'll be hard decisions like Varric's that bring us victory, if we leave this in the end of this.
We will.
You seem rather certain.
It's just a feeling I've got.
Try sharing that with the troops. I can't promise anything. They might find it more inspiring than your comments about minced meat.
Yeah, they might.
Well, Lincoln, Sterling spoke quite highly of you. Then you must have caught him in a good mood. How did you meet? At Vulture's Eyrie, in Frostle of 1100. Did Sterling ever speak of it? Oh, do you have a... Is it a month's name? Frostle? Only afterwards, when he returned on leave. He was very secretive about it before then. No doubt his discretion is why Varric trusted him with the mission. And his skill, of course. And why did Varric trust you? I had been to Vulture's Eyrie before. I knew several ways in and out. But to be honest, even my knowledge of our purpose there was strictly need to know at the time. Sounds like I have you to thank for my brother making it out alive. Someone leave an asset here in the art? You might, but I could say the same of him. Hardly any part of that mission went according to plan. Your brother was quick on his feet. Always has been. When I was 10, Brookstead was raided by a large force of bandits. Sterling took it upon himself to provide a townsfolk and repel the attack. So I've heard. That retelling always made him quite bashful. I'm not surprised. He has never been one to rest on his laurels. Always kept his eyes focused on the next great achievement. And that has served him well. It definitely has. I just hope I can do the same. A worthy goal. Then again, I'm really loving the whole solemn stoic deal. Bet it kills with the ladies. Charming. Meant no disrespect, of course. Just figured there must be a reason for the solemnity. Assuming there is, what makes you think I'd tell you about it? We're comrades now, brothers in arms. Let there be no secrets and so on. Besides, you must have some sort of code against lying, right? There's a difference between omission and mistruth. Am I getting that right about lying? Or was it lying with women? All that training you received at the academy, I'm surprised you never learned to treat your superiors with respect. Listen, no harm in keeping everybody humble. Might be one of my gifts, actually. Humility begins with oneself. Take my word for it, or don't. If I can't teach that to you, a few hard battles will. Frightening. For your exquisite qualifications, I wouldn't have expected to find prophet of ill tidings among them. If you have no real objective here, Garrick, I'll be finished with this foolishness. I have preparations to attend to. I'll break that visage eventually, my friend. It's a matter of time.
Hey, Elias, have you got there?
Oh, hi, Marin. I'm just whittling. It's something simple for my hands, will I think.
Can't say I recall what you're doing there simple, but I guess that's beside the point. What's on your mind?
Curious mind? Not much these days. I felt so at home in Deskwater. I think it's just taking me some time to adjust.
Well, where were you before Deskwater?
A lot of places. Too many places if you ask me.
Okay, let's take it simple then. Where were you staying just before you stayed in Deskwater?
Everhearth. With the Voidmaw dwarves.
Did you like it there? Were you happy?
I was. Truth be told, it was the happiest I've ever been.
How come?
I learned to craft armor and weapons. They taught me their traditions and trade, all in exchange for nothing. A strange people, to be sure, but some of the best I've ever known. It was there I learned to whittle, actually. Taught me how to stay happy with little. I learned there that the family you make can be just as loving as your own blood kin.
That's beautiful. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry. You just look like you needed someone to let some steam out.
No, I don't mind at all. You're a good listener. Do you always spend your time playing Near Strangers vent to you?
Surprisingly enough, no. I'm more of a private person, but I hate to see people stuck in their own head.
Then you have a gift, really. I've met too many that don't even care to notice, much less do something about it.
You're too kind.
I would say that honor begins with you, belongs with you. Mhm. Need something with accuracy. Should I boost the strength? Like, do these count as magical attacks or physical attacks? Yeah, I don't really use like stat boosting items in other games like this. Nothing really new in the shop. Should I get some tokens maybe? And maybe one token. Alright, we'll see how that works out. Not a bad spot. That's a little remodel, some interior decorating. You can see the charm of this place. Well, no use knocking, I suppose. You should be careful. The first bandit mentioned prisoners. We don't want this to turn into a game of chicken featuring hostages.
See for yourself. I'm right up on the chicken. You may have noticed we're short on hostages here.
The sooner we ensure their safety, the better. Maybe, if we're lucky, it'll just help us fight our way to the leader. Right. Traumatized prisoners are going to be in shape to fight. Doesn't sound even remotely likely. And it happens in all the stories I read. Could happen here. Well, let's hope we're in one of those kinds of stories then. Let's do this. Okay, try to be fast for more gold. Got it. Okay, guess these are some prisoners. And yeah, I'm guessing these squares are just for go here to interact with this. Yeah, okay, these are doors to get in. Okay, see, you got this time. Mm. Can't really hit these guys really hard. Based off of what I've got. Not this time. At least she can still dodge. Save some for the rest of us, Bianca. Gotta save Garrick. I guess I'll let Bianca handle these two. Still don't know what chain does exactly. It's all good. Not quite. Magic's not doing much. It's the lock target and place ability. Mm, yeah, this might take me a while. Alright, loving the crit rates. I probably send these two as backup through here. Hmm, might be a little risky. But they have a bit of range anyway. Maybe I shouldn't send all them too far ahead. Split the clerics. Items. Ah, shoot. Oh, it's just luck. Derek, you gonna be okay, bud? I didn't mean to do this. Oh, nothing I can do. Might be a little in over my head. Probably shouldn't have split the party. Oof. This doesn't seem fair. They got these powerful mages on their side. This is gonna suck. Yeah, I should get Lincoln to heal. The spicy meatball. I healed for nothing. Oh boy. Maybe I'll disarm. I'm not sure we're gonna make it through the rest of this chapter like this. Yeah. Okay. Bianca goes in here. Irving takes point. It's about time somebody came by to let me out. The cage is no place for a Valmyran. Sloan. Days. We're gonna be here a while. Moylan. Is that the boss? Yes, I go all the way around. Should probably bring Bianca back that way. Just can't touch her. And a little heal. Let's get this over with.
My hero. Butter hates in here. Alright, sorry. Butter's my ferret. Thanks for rescuing me.
The ranger. Yeah, butter. Let's haste. Nice dodge. Why not? I guess Bianca's right closer to this side. Put the party this way. More healing. More leveling. Mm, I see. More mages. Only see it can really do anything, but it's not like I got much of a choice at this point. Okay, how's it look? Yeah, let's see. I draw fire. Hmm. Phase. All right. What am I missing? Let's slow attack first. Okay, Alden's only good against this armored unit. Boom. Yeah, she's getting her speed back up in no time. Ooh, promotion. Okay, so it's a class tree. This just reflects the stat growths. That sounds pretty good. Deal 4 damage. Ignores 4-2 defense. I think it'd be nice if she could heal from doing damage. And if only Lincoln could see this. I'll take the chest. It's full of baked beans. Yeah, that a crit. Slowly making our way around the corner. Butter has a 20% chance to attack, adding 20% to damage. Get him, Butter. I'm gonna finish these guys off first. No, I want to get that treasure chest. Well, sorry for that. Hey, at least you got some new units. That's great. Prisoners, are you alright? I just spent 2 weeks in a disgusting bandit cage. What do you think?
I'm better now that you saved us.
2 weeks?
Yes, 2 weeks. Eating nothing but thick porridge with no one but scruffy bandits for company.
Well, it's over now.
I kinda like the porridge.
If you don't mind my asking, how were you captured?
It's a pretty funny story, actually.
Funny? You walked us straight into them.
Okay, that may be true. It was so funny the way it happened.
They got you along the road?
We were taking a shortcut through the forest, maybe half a league east, and ran straight into them. Didn't stand a chance to get away.
If we'd just taken the road like I suggested, we would have been fine. I don't know if it helps to mention, but they covered that section of the road too, so you'd likely still wind up in the same spot. You couldn't possibly say that with any degree of certainty. Good afternoon, young gentlemen, ladies. I was glad to hear the ruckus along the road. As it happens, these bandits stole a rather precious heirloom from my family. And what might this heirloom look like? An amethyst, quite a large one, translucent but poorly cut. Have you seen anything of the kind? If I could but retrieve it, I'd be well on my way. It has been with us for uncountable generations, and my father has gone mad with grief from its loss. I fear he may soon pass from this world. I would love to look upon it one last time. I don't know that we've come across anything of the sort, but you're welcome to take a look around. I thank you, regardless, as I'm sure my father would if he were given the opportunity.
Ew, you don't look much like bandits. What gave us away? The dead bandits?
I like this one. Being a good bandit is a dead bandit. We came to do the job it appears he did for us. So serendipitous that the bandits go unopposed for weeks, but we both arrive on the same day. Yes, I can see how this might look. My name is Sarah. My sister Samara and I have been traveling far from home when this very group assaulted our parents and stole a valuable heirloom. It's been with our family for decades. This was really the only reason we came. Do you think we could take a look for it? It looks something like a large amethyst. Translucent but poorly cut. So you found it? Can't say we have. Lucky guess. It is clear that one of you, if not both, is lying. No one so much as touches this gem until we sort out what's going on. Lying? I have been nothing but endlessly polite to you. Here's the proper greetings and asked your permission to take what is mine by right. You would deprive my dying father of his last wish. Calm down. If it really is yours, we'll figure it out. I think not. If I return without the stone, my father will have my head. Ah, enough. Just step aside or you have to leave me no alternative but to destroy you. I'm not sure that was the wisest threat when you're outnumbered 10 to 1. Outnumbered? Me? I'll show you outnumbered. Oh, shit, are we doing this down? Bring me the aspect, and I shall see fit that your soul is given rest. If I lock eyes with this filth any longer, I'll be sick. Well, yeah, you three. You feel so confident about handling yourselves. Maybe you want to lend a hand here?
Gladly. As I said before, the only good bandit is a dead one. Let's make sure these ones stay that way. I suppose that means I'm in too.
Chapter 5 Arisen, but we're not going to do that now because it is time to call this stream. Although, I guess I gotta decide this. I just met Brooke. I don't know much about her. Crit modifier increase against full health enemies. Speed increases armor penetration. That could be good. They 5% power against enemies with full health. Yeah, I think this should be good. Raider. Sarah, mage. Increasing damage taken by percentage. I don't know what that means. Mastery increases accuracy. Hmm. Defense increased by magic. It absorbs HP and then uses HP to add damage. Phase range. Probably not this one. What's her defense right now? That's the question. Just has extra movement. Heal spread over 3 turns. Dodge increased by power. I don't have time for this. Guardian. Gotta make sure I save first. Here we go, save. And that's really where we're gonna end the stream. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. Really appreciate you. We're definitely gonna get back into this next time. Hopefully, I'll see you then. See ya.